effective operating cost ባለው number 1 depreciation አለ እሱን አሳይ fuel እንግዲህ fuel ስንል petrol for small cars diesel ደግሞ for trucks and buses lubricating oil is that lubricating oil I think maintenance labor now in parts discuss are spare parts through cost then discuss are interest rate this is 7 one thing I forgot was the tire cost. Tire. Again, the British say TYRE, Americans say TIRE. Tire. No. Now I forgot to mention tire yesterday. How to estimate tire cost per kilometer. Two things you have to consider. Price of tire. Price of tire by vehicle type, it's a small car, four-wheel drive, buses, trucks. So you have to calculate the price of the tire. Even in that there are different kinds of tires, so you have to see the market, which of the tire is frequently used, but it takes too much time. So price of tire, life of tire. Life of tire in kilometers. So how long will it take for a tire to wear out? To be stopped, to be out of use. So how long will it take in kilometers? I've got different kilometers which I got yesterday. For example, small car. Price. Financial, no? Let's just take price, the tire, 3,000, yeah? Done? The life of a tire is 25,000 kilometers now. 25,000 kilometers. The tire cost per kilometer is 3,000 divided by 25,000. You calculate how to do it, you can get it up. So tire cost 3,000 is the price of tire, 25,000 is the life of a tire. So 3,000 over 25,000. 0.1. This tire cost 0.1. 10 cents, madam. 10 cents per kilometer. The tire cost. So we get the price of the tire, the life of the tire in kilometers, then divide the price of the tire by the life of the tire in kilometers. This is one which I forgot to tell you yesterday. Now it's therefore functions and now strategy. Number 2, program. Put it NME, the British. Put on the N, that's America. Program, strategy, analysis. Program analysis, project analysis. Analysis. These are functions of HDM4. Data source. I know. Road network. Road network. Vehicle fleet. Vehicle fleet. Work standard. Work standard. Number 4, configuration. Configuration before the data. Before the data. Before the data. Data in the software. Before the values. Configuration, which are default data, which are in the model. Strategy data. Work standard signal, it is divided into 2. Improvement, which is upgrading, and maintenance. So it includes both. Work standard, improvement. Improvement means reconstruction, upgrading, rehabilitation. All these are improvements. And then the other one is maintenance. Now we'll start with strategy analysis. I said I think a grab road, a poor grabber they put yesterday. We'll analyze through network. When you say strategy, the roads in the whole country or in the whole region. There is no name for the road. If you collect all the roads and say the grab road, fair now. Let's say grab road, fair condition. (1,200 kilometers) roads in the country or in the region. Paved road, poor condition, like 800 kilometers. Let's take these 2 networks in the country, analyze, and see which one is which one generates more benefits. of the nation. And then we go to the program analysis, then we select one of them, one of the networks, which generates more benefits. So first we have to put the data. Before we start the analysis, we have to put the data. So this is what you get when you open the HDM4, what you see. So we go, say new. We start with new. New road network. Road network. Okay? What is the name of the road network? Let's say deep in Amara DBU in Badam. BDU. Part2 University. BDU strategy. BDU strategy. Network and Badam. Network. BDU strategy network and Badam. Okay? This is the name. Enter the name of the network, the new road network. This is BDU strategy network in Badam. So shall we go? BDU strategy network. Data entry, no? We give it a name. Aragachu? Shall we go? Okay, Tilutallachu. Then you say okay. This is what it comes in the picture. So press add new section. It says based on aggregate data. So okay, this is what you get. So this is a gravel road. Gravel road, no? Gravel. Video. When under video, it doesn't matter. Under video or not. Gravel. Poor. Poor, no, fair. Gravel, fair. Okay, let's say gravel, fair. When you say gravel road, there are different volumes of traffic. It could be a low traffic, medium traffic, high traffic. But in this case, we are taking a generalized. Fair, gravel, fair road, ROAD. It says section ID. Gravel, fair road. Gravel, fair road. Link and link name, link ID is not relevant here. Link means, for example, you have a road. You have a road. Let's say from A, this is origin. maybe it goes up to E. Dimensionality could be E. This node could have different sections, A to B, then to C, then to D, then to E. So this is a section. Depending on the volume of traffic and the geometry of the road and the altitude, the one section could be different from another, especially in the case of Ethiopia, highland, lowland, the traffic could be high, low, and the different conditions. Here is another section. Here is another section. Here is another section. So 1, 2, 3, 4 sections know each other. 2, 3, 4 sections. 4 sections. It could be divided into 4 sections. You can analyze as a project from here, here, as a project now. Set, you can analyze. We can also analyze by section. From A to B separately, from B to C separately, from C to D separately, from D to E. These are bisections. By project, yeah, from A to E, A to E. Bisections, A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E. So we can analyze our project between A and E or by sections. So that's what it's asking here. The next one is, it says link name. These are the sections it is asking for. Link name is a section. Section name, link name means when it says section cell, it is the whole section. When it says by section or link, that's a separate section. So we are dealing with a section as a whole, not with different sections at this moment. Since it is a network, we are considering the whole network together. So we forget link name and link ID. We'll deal with it when we are doing project analysis. The speed flow type, you open here. The speed flow type is here. What kind of road? Usually we do 2-lane standard. 2-lane standard. There are different kinds, but you can choose one of them. We usually use 2-lane standard. Traffic flow pattern. Is it commuter? Is it free flow? Is it interurban? Or is it seasonal? So we choose interurban, between urban centers. From town to town, Malan. Interurban, from town to town. Climate zone. These roads are scattered all over the country. So you have to take the average of the climate. So it says arid tropical, humid tropical, north region, semi-arid tropical, subhumid tropical, subtropical hot, tropical arid, tropical humid, tropical semi-arid, tropical semi-humid. So you can introduce anything. So let's take average for the whole country. Let's take tropical subhumid. Tropical subhumid. Road class A. It says primary, secondary, tertiary. Usually the primaries are asphalt roads. Since this road is a gravel road, we can take the secondary or main. Tertiary means local, rural roads. Tertiary roads are rural roads. But in this case, let's take secondary or main. Traffic volume, we can say low, medium, high. You know, the numbers will come from the configuration which I showed you yesterday. But we can still change it. Let's say the traffic is low, since it's a gravel road. Low, but we'll change it. Geometry, the average geometry of the road, the average geometry. So it says straight and level, flat ማለት ነው. Straight and level, mostly straight and gently undulating, bendy and generally level, bendy and gently undulating, bendy and severely undulating, winding and partly undulating, winding and severely undulating. New, you can introduce a new one. So let's take mostly straight and gently undulating. I think in Somaliland you can take straight, level. I'm sure. Is there any mountain there? Mountain? Straight, flat. So you can do different. Okay, let's take mostly straight and gently undulating. Surface class, let's take as gravel. Gravel. It's a gravel road. Unsealed. Unsealed. So gravel, you can change it by opening this one. It says earth, gravel, GC touch them. Earth or gravel, it will be paved in them. Okay. Surface material, lateritic gravel, you can choose one of these, lateritic gravel, quartzic gravel, volcanic gravel, subgrade material, GC, gravels. There are different terminologies. As engineers, you are supposed to know that. And if you go to the book, the volume, if you read, it will tell you what it means by GC. Network is 1,200 kilometers. Carriageway 6 meters. Let's assume there are no shoulders. No shoulder. It is a two-way traffic. Number of lanes 2. Last surfacing. When was it surfaced? Let's say 2020. Surfacing of the gravel road. Then 2020 means, okay, 2 years ago. Today is 2022. Ride quality. Riding is very poor because the road is rough. Riding is poor. Surface condition is fair. Fair, because we said gravel road, fair condition. So we take it as fair. So you enter all this data. You have to be sure. Before you go to the next to the next step, you have to make sure that you have done all the data here. All these ones. Gravel, fair road, GF. This the code I have put here, you can change it. You can put anything. It's up to you to give the name and the link ID. It's up to you. So these are the ones you have to select. depending on the road network in the country, you put the data, all the required data. Huh? Is it clear? Shall we go to the next step? Huh? Okay. Okay. Now we come to this one. Everything is the same, but the ADT. We say it low. 500 is very low. We can change it. This is the average for the whole network. For 1,200. 500. Huh? We are taking the average for the whole roads in the country, gravel roads. Maybe we'll take, to be fair, 750. Gravel road, no. We can say 1,500. 1,500. This is motorized. If there are any non-motorized traffic, you have to put the figures here. Non-motorized. The year is 2022. This traffic we are giving it is for 2022. It's an updated, the latest traffic volume. That's what we are saying here. Motorized traffic, ADT is 1,500. The year is 2022. The rest are the same from the previous one. Huh? It depends. Huh? This traffic volume, which I just put, is my own assumptions, but it depends on you. In the assignment, I think I've put the figures. So you put the figures, which I've given it to you. So this is definition. Then you put the geometry, then the pavement, then the condition. The horizontal one, you have to fulfill that. Now we are with the definition. The definition. So the definition is then geometry, the geometry of the road. So for the geometry, which was mostly straight and gently undulating, what it gives is rise and fall 10, average horizontal curvature is 15, speed limit, it cannot be 100, the speed limit. This is a gravel road, which is in fair condition. Maybe we take 60 kilometers per hour. Kilometers per hour speed. So the speed on that road, average. Imagine this road is scattered all over the country. We have collected roads under fair condition from the whole country. So we can assume the average speed considering all the sections. Altitude of the average altitude, what you mean is average altitude in the country. You know, there are highlands, there are lowlands, we can take the average in Ethiopia. I can take 800 meters above sea level. If we come to Addis, it is 2,300 something, 2,400 meters above sea level. If you go to Adama, maybe about 2,000 or 1,700 something. If you go to Moyale, it could be 1,000 meters above sea level. So I say 800. It's up to you to guess, to give a value, but you have to give a value. So this is the geometry. We put the definition. Here is the definition. Now the geometry. Now the pavement. We don't change here. Lateritic gravel, that's what we chose. Subgrade material, well-graded gravel, sands with small clay content, GCM below,
That's what GC means. Well graded gravel sands with a small clay content. If you open it, here you can see many of them. It says clays non-graniculum of medium plasticity, gravel sand moisture with stress, with excess of fines, that's GF, sands with excess fines, SF. So it gives you different kinds. You can choose one of them. Compaction, it says mechanical, it's labor or mechanical, that's what it says. Usually we do mechanical. Compaction is mechanical. Unless this is a labor intensive project, it's mechanical. Last three gravel, we say 2020. So we don't change any condition here, any data here. We accept as it is. So pavement, now the condition of the road, that's the roughness. It's an international roughness index. For a gravel road, RI 12 is very good. So we say this is a fair, it cannot be 12. 12 is good. We say fair. So we say maybe fair. Gravel thickness, you have to consider condition end of year 2020. That time when it was improved, in 2020, no? Not 2022. Last time when it was resurfaced, gravel thickness was 50 and road roughness was 12. It's okay. That time, in 2020, when the road was improved, 12 is very, very low to me. Maybe we take it as 14, huh? In 2020, when it was resurfaced, gravel thickness was 50 and roughness was 14. Now it is in fair condition. So this is the data you have to put in. Definition, geometry, pavement, and then condition. So you have to put in all this data in the model. And you say, okay, save. You have to save this. Otherwise you will lose it. Save. Save. Now we are done with the gravel road, yeah? With the gravel road, we are done. Then next we add new section. Okay? It says based on the aggregate data, it's okay. Now asphalt road, paved road, paved poor road, paved poor road. You can give it any name, huh? Don't fix it. Just PPR, paved poor road. No link name, no link ID, so you go straight to picking speed flow type. Traffic flow pattern. So speed flow type, we said 2-lane standard, like same last time, 2-lane standard. Usually the average roads in the country are 2-lane standard. Traffic flow pattern, interurban between pounds. Climate zone, we said semi-tropical, semi-tropical. That's average climate for the whole section of the roads, 800 kilometers. Road class, secondary, primary, asphalt road. It's a primary road connecting different towns in the country. Traffic, let's say it's medium, asphalt roads. Geometry, the same as before, mostly straight and gently undulating. It's a bituminous road. It says asphalt mix on granular base. You can choose. If you want to change it, you can get in and change it. These are the default values we have seen, but you can change it. You can open it, say asphalt mix on granular base, asphalt mix on stabilized base, surface treatment on asphalt base, surface treatment on asphalt pavement, surface treatment on granular base, surface treatment on stabilized base. These are the default values. So we said asphalt mix on asphalt pavement is asphalt mix on granular base. This is what we got, but we can change it. We can change it. Depending on the situation, we can change it. Asphalt mix on granular base, the default we got, but we can change it. The structural adequacy, it is poor. That's what we are dealing with. Construction quality, we saw this, fair brittle, fair soft, poor brittle yesterday. We saw it yesterday. So poor, let's take it poor brittle. The kilometer, 800 kilometers. Six, the carriageway. Shoulder, let's take it as 1. These are asphalt roads, so we can assume there is a shoulder. On the average, the roads have shoulders. Let's take on the average. But it depends on the condition, on the situation. Traffic flow direction is two-way. Number of lanes is 2. Last resurfacing, you can take any year. We took 20 last time. You can change any time, any year. Road quality is poor. Surface condition is poor. Surface texture, it says good, fair, slippery. So let's take slippery. It's not good. It's neither good nor fair. So slippery. If you want to know what slippery means, you go down to the configuration. I showed you yesterday. Configuration, and see what it means. Or you can read the volumes. There are 5 volumes of HDM4. In the document I gave you, in the program, you can open any one of them and look into it. It's a very sophisticated model. There are lots to read, to work research on it. So slippery. So this is the data I put for the asphalt road, for the paved road. Okay? Then we go to the next. Now, again, you have to put the definition, geometry, pavement, the condition of the road. So it says ADT is 3,000. It is high in our country. 3,000 is very high. Very high. So we take 2,000 per day. NMT, if you have any figure, there are non-motorized traffic operating on the road, you can put the figures. This data, which has been updated for 2020, 22. This is the latest data. And if you got data 5 years ago, you can update it to present time using growth rates. At ERA, you can find data for many years. Flow direction two-way. That's the fact. So what I've changed is only the ADT and the year. Updated the year and changed the ADT. So what it means is we have got 800 kilometers of a paved road under fair condition. The average traffic, taking the average traffic, it is 2,000 average annual daily traffic per day. It's just assumptions. Okay? This is the definition. Then you go to the geometry. Geometry is the same. It says speed limit. Now it is asphalt road. Maybe we say 80 kilometers per hour. Limit. Altitude. Average altitude of the roads. We say 800. 800. Huh? No drainage effects. There should be drainage effects. The road is poor. So you open the drain type. You can find V-shaped hard, V-shaped soft, shallow hard, shallow soft. No invert overgrown. The details of this, you go down to the configuration and it will tell you what it means. So we can take one of them. Usually we take V-shaped hard. And then V-shaped hard is just an assumption. So you put the geometry, rise plus 4, average horizontal curvature, speed limit, altitude, and now drain type. Excellent when it was improved, but it's not so at the present time. So this is geometry, pavement. This is the data regarding the pavement. One thing I've tell you is this year, 2015, is last reconstruction or new construction. That year should not be higher than the rest of them. Let's say the rest are 2020 when the road is improved. If you take it like 2021, higher than that, the model fails. It cannot run. So you have to be careful that this year is below the rest of them or equal to them. No problem, it can be equal to them, but not higher than them. This one. You can take us 2020, but if you take it over 2020, higher than the rest of them, then the model doesn't run. It will fail. So you have to be careful. And structural number, subgrade, CBR, this is a general one, but if you are taking a particular road, you have to enter the actual data, the real data. So in the case of pavement, you have to be careful on this year. It has to be lower or is equal to the rest of them. If you desire, the model will fail. Pavement. Condition, this is the roughness, RI. Roughness, condition at end of year 2020. We have assumed it was improved in 2020. So 6 is a fair condition, which is high. To me, if it was improved then, it cannot be, it is an asphalt road, so it cannot be higher than 3. No, 6 is almost rough. So that time, when the road was improved in 2020, we can take a lower value of that. So roughness, I took 3 instead of 6. I think sometimes it will ask you to change skid resistance down there, skid resistance, because the smoother, it depends on the RI. If it is smooth, skid resistance will be different. If it is rough, skid resistance will be different. So we can see now, let's say okay, maybe it will turn us back if that is not the actual value. So let's say I've changed the roughness. I say okay, you see the skid resistance should be between 0.35 and 0.99. Here it is 3. Here it is 3.3. But that 0.3 should be between 0.35 and 0.99, the skid resistance. When you change the roughness, the skid resistance also changes. So it cannot be less than 0.35 or greater than 0.99. So let's take 0.4, for example. 0.4, skid resistance. Skid resistance. Okay? So you can open them, you can open the grab rod and see the details, everything here, the geometry, the pavement, the condition. You can change it. You can change it. You can also open this one, the same. You can open each one of them and change it. Okay, so you have to save it. If you don't save it, you will lose it. You have to save it, and you have to save it. Now we are done with the road network. So what it says is we have to put the road network, and then now we go to the vehicle fleet. We are done with the road network. Go to the vehicle fleet. Save and close. So it is BDU strategy network. You can check it in your case. So BDU strategy network is there as a road network. Now the next one is new. You say new and then vehicle fleet. New and vehicle fleet. Okay? New vehicle fleet. I'm going to enter data regarding vehicle fleet. So I choose vehicle fleet. Okay? BDU vehicle fleet. Vehicle fleet. Fleet. On Ziga. The next one it says unit cost currency. As I told you in your case, you have to put the Ethiopian birr. Otherwise, you cannot find it here. Unless you put the Ethiopian birr, you cannot find it here. You may open and look at it. In my case, here is Ethiopian birr. Do you have it in your case? Ethiopian birr. So as you have to go down to configuration and enter the Ethiopian birr. You want it? If you have any problem, just tell me. You get out of this, go down to the configuration. You get out of here, cancel. I go to the configuration. Here is configuration. Here is the currency. Currency. Click currency. And then add. You say add. You say add Ethiopian birr and then symbol ETB or Somali shillings if you want to. Huh? Go down to configuration. There is currencies under configuration. Double click and open it. Then add. Then enter the description as Ethiopian birr and the symbol as ETB. Hello? እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን።
አዲስ ባንክ ታሪም ቅርንጫፍ
እሺ
መረጃ እያሟላ ስለነበረ ባንኩና ሶንስ ይነግሩኛል።
ወለተ ማርያም
ማን
ገብሬ
አዎ እሺ አይጥፎ በንቶች ባሉት
መጥቼ እኮ ነበር በቀደም።
እሺ
ነግሬያቸዋለሁ እኮ ነግሬያቸው ነበር መጥቼ እዛ።
ኧረ አራስተው ማለት ነው። እሺ
ፎርሙላ አስሞልቶ
ኧረ እሺ
ወይ መዝጋት አለ። Sorry. Aragachu? Did you enter the currency? Shall we go? Okay. Okay. So we new vehicle fleet. I think I have entered the vehicle fleet. In my case, let me see. Cancel vehicle fleet. Yalla. Okay, new vehicle fleet. Okay, video vehicle fleet, video vehicle fleet. Ethiopian birr is okay. The data you put in, you can use it for your assignment too. This is vehicle data. I've collected the latest figures. So this is what you get. Add new vehicle. You come here. This is a menu, motorized traffic, a menu. If you go in, you can find different types of vehicles. We are looking for a car. First we go with a car, 4-wheel drive, small bus, large bus, we go like that. So car medium, you choose a car medium. So select base type for new vehicle, car medium. There is no non-motorized, just take car medium. Okay? Car medium. This is a medium car. Name, medium car. If you enter car medium, it will not accept it. The way you put it here, the base type, car medium. If you put car medium there, it will reject. So medium car is okay. Car medium. It's a passenger car. It is motorized. Medium passenger car. What does a constant life means? I think I've explained it to you yesterday. Constant and optimal. I said what constant means and what optimal means. I explained it to you yesterday. So it is the depreciation part. How does the value of the vehicle depreciate? Is it constantly, the depreciation is constantly or optimal? Constantly means the same value every year until the end of the life of the vehicle. If you have bought the vehicle with 100,000 birr, if the life of the car is 10 years, then it means the car depreciates 10,000 per year. That's constantly. Every year 10,000. Then by the end of 10 years, the vehicle are depreciated and no value. There's no value. So it takes 10 years, constant every year. When you say optimal, every year we take it to the market. It is the market that decides. The market price is a prevailing price. The dominant price is the market price in the case of optimal. So every year after you have used the vehicle, we take it to the market and see what the price of the car is in the market. And then you take the price as the prevailing market price. In the case of Ethiopia, it doesn't work. Every year you take a car to the market, it gets higher, not lower. In developed country, you buy the car, take it to the market tomorrow, it will depreciate. So optimal doesn't work in our country. You have to take the constant. It is the same depreciation value every year until the end of the vehicle life. That's what it means. So you have to be careful here. Put always a constant life, not optimal. So that's what it means, constant. This is the definition, medium car, constant. Basic characteristics, the next one. It says passenger car equivalent. That's a small car. So every car is converted into. This is for traffic volume, for the design of traffic volume in the street. Capacity, highway capacity. So every car is converted into small car. This small car, it is one. It has got 4 wheels, 2 at front and 2 at rear. Number of axles, 2 axles. Annual kilometer, this is very exaggerated for a small car in our country. Maybe you take 18,000. And hours, it says 550. Maybe you take 450. The life is 10 years, the economic life of the car. That's the effective life of a vehicle. It may stay longer, but economically it may not be working, not functional. So average life, let's take 10 years is okay. And number of recaps means, tires will be recapped. Tires will be maintained. There was one in Addis Ababa, around Taklaimanot. What it means is, if the car is recapped, it will run 30% more. What it means is, as I say, we say 25,000 tire life. Tire life, 25,000 kilometers will be the life of a tire. To travel 25,000 kilometers. Tire. After 25,000 kilometers, you may have it recapped. If you have it recapped, then it could go 30% more. What it means, 30% of this, 30% of 25,000, 30%. 7,500. So the whole tire will move, the total life will be 25,000 plus 7,500 is equal to 32,500. So the life of the tire will be 32,500. That's what 30% means there. What does 0.15 mean? That is the price. The price of a new tire. Price of tire, 3,000 dirham.
3,000 more. 15,000 more. That means 50% of this one will be paid for recapping. Have it recap to cost us additional 15%. So 15% of recapping, 15% of 3,000. 15% of 3,000, 450. Which is good. 450. So we have the calculated time. It will move. It will sell for another 7,500 kilometers and costing you 450. That's what it means here. It will cost you 15% more, and it will travel 7,500 kilometers more. There is one in Addis. I don't know it is fully functional or not, but that's what recap means. So it says base number of recaps 1.3 means 30% more. Retreat cost 2, 15% of the tire price, which is 450 birr. That's what it is. Okay? Private use. Private use, you look at the footage. It is percentage of vehicle use on private trips. It's a private car. It's 100% a private car. But if you go down here, 75% the percentage of passenger trips which are work related. Out of 100%, 75% is work related, 25% for social, for visiting friends, going to hospitals, going to markets, going to church or mosque. So that's what social services mean. So out of the 100%, 75% is work related, the rest is social services. Passenger, it depends. It says 1. How many passengers in the vehicle? Normally when you are driving the vehicle, if you are going to work, you go alone. Sometimes if your wife is working there, you go there. In my case, the same in my case. We're working in the same organization. So that's the number of passengers in a car. It can be 1, it can be 2. 3 is not realistic because it's a private car. It's a private. It's not a public transport car. It's a private car. So 1 or 2 is okay. Sometimes you take your children to schools, you drop them there and go to work. Sometimes you take more than 1. So number of passengers that's what it means. Okay? You go down ISAL. I've showed you what ISAL means. Equivalent standard axle load. ISAL. Very insignificant, but there is some figure for a small car, but very insignificant. Let's say you can see here operating weight, which is gross vehicle weight. Malan for a small car. Gross vehicle weight. This is including the person driving and the weight of the vehicle itself. Small car. Equivalent single axle load or equivalent standard axle load, equivalent standard axle load
Nissan. Small car, ለምሳሌ small car. Gross vehicle weight, it says 1.2 tons. So here is one axle, here is the rear axle, 1.2 maybe 0.4 tons is here, 0.8 is here. It's 1.2, huh? 0.4 front axle, 0.8, then 0.5 or 0.7. On the average, let's say 0.4 and 0.8 is the equivalence factor. I told you, load equivalence factor again is equal to 0.4 over 8.2 to the power of 4.5, 0.8 over 8.2. 8.2 means a standard. A single axle will cause to the pavement 1 ISA. To generate 1 ISA, the weight will be 8.2 tons. So this is 4.5. You can calculate. It's very insignificant, very, very small. Still you can calculate. 0 means, it doesn't mean it's nothing. There is some figure in it. Very, very low. If you take a chart, and I go to heavy truck, Musare 16 tons, heavy truck, you need one axle, you need a tandem axle, 16 tons is the weight, gross vehicle weight, you take here 6 tons, 6 tons. 6 tons here and here 10. So LEF means 6 over 8.2 to the power of 4.5 plus 10 over 8.2 to the power of 4.5. Then you add the 2. Will give you equivalent standard axle load. That's how you design a road. You determine the thickness of a road depending on ISA. This is just one time for one vehicle. There are many, you multiply, and then for the whole year and for the whole life of the pavement. It is 20 years for 20 years. So this is ISA. 0 means there is something very insignificant number, but there is one. So gross vehicle weight, you put here. Okay? These are basic characteristics. All these ones. You enter the values after collecting from different sources. Then after basic characteristics, you go to economic unit cost. This is economic unit cost. The next one is economic unit cost. Economic unit cost, the price of a car, economic now, 1577 000 1,577,000 Ethiopian birr. Tire price is 3,000. That is the financial price. Fuel price. This is a small car. It consumes petrol. So the economic price is 21.58. 21.58. Now it has increased, I think. This was some months ago. 21.58. And oil is 166 birr per liter. Maintenance labor, the economic less tax, that's what it means. 83. Labor. Crew wages. How much will it be crew wages in the case of a small car? Huh? Huh? I think I've said, huh? Huh? 0. There's no crew wages. Crew wages is for commercial vehicles like buses and trucks. In the case of cars, there's no crew. There's no an assistant. There's only a driver. So there is no crew in that case. So it is 0 in the case of cars. Small car and four-wheel drive, 0. Overhead cost. How about overhead cost? It is 0 too, because I said overhead cost if there is a company which is operating many vehicles, like Ambassa bus. In the case of Ethiopia, it has got so many buses, so it has got a headquarter, a head office. There are employees there. There are, administrators, managers, messengers, secretaries, and there are also utility costs like power cost, water cost. All these are overhead costs. In the case of a small car, there is no headquarter, there is no any expense in that respect. So annual overhead is 0. Interest, when you are borrowing money from a bank, let's take it as, usually we take 12%. We can take more. It depends. Hmm? 12%. Passenger working time. You can read at the bottom. It says the average cost value of passengers working time. Passengers are the drivers and the passengers anyway. So I think I did calculation yesterday. How much did you write? You can put it here. Working time, you take it as it is, you calculate it, but non-working time, you can take 50% of that. I think in Trantana, I did it yesterday. Have you written? Or can I do it again? Huh? Yeah, I said and then working time and non-working time. Working time. Let's take private vehicle. Driver, salary. You said 50,000 per month. Working time, hours, working hours per month. Working hours per month. 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. 4 weeks a month. 4 weeks a month, which is 160. So, working time, working hours. Where's the example I go? Says passenger working time.
cost ማለት ነው 15,000 over 160 this financial ነው economic ከሆነ 15,000 minus tax income tax 15,000 minus income tax over 160 economic ስንት ይሆናል ይሄ ስንት አገኛችሁ how much will it be 15,000 over 160 15,000 over tax ለምሳሌ 35% ቢሆን 15,000 minus 15%.
15,000. Times 0.35 5,050 minus 9,750
9,750 1 which is 9,750 over 160 1 this is economic money this is financial so how much will it be anyhow 9 93.7 per hour ማለት ይከፈል how about in this case 60 60.9 per hour. This is for working time. So in the case of non-working time, this is for vacation or for any other purpose. When you get delayed, it will cost you something. Especially in developed countries, vacation matters a lot. They travel with their family from one place to another place. They get delayed, they are very frustrated. So let's take here, take this one as economic and financial, because we are putting the data for economic and financial in this case. So let's say working time, passenger working time, we said 93.7. Non-working time, take half of that. 46 point something. 46 point something. 93.7 divided by 2. Sintona. Just how much? 46.85. 9 below. 46.9. So working time and non-working time. If something goes with the road, if travelers are delayed, it will cost the nation at least. If not the workers, but the nation. So that's what it is. And that's what it means. Cargo, it doesn't apply in this case. It applies for freight transport. This is a passenger transport. Okay? These are basic economic unit costs. We go to financial. We are interested in economic, but financial, you can still enter the financial one. Financial is 1,900,000. 1,900,000. ስንት ነበር ያልነው? ታየር ፕራይስ
We say 3,000. In that case, it should be 2490. This is the economic unit cost. Tire should be 2,490. This is 2,490, not 3,000. This is the financial cost, 2,490. Economic, the financial is 3,000. 3,000. 3,000. The fuel cost. Fuel cost, the financial one for petroleum is 26. 26. Economic is 21.58. Financial is 26. Lubricating oil. Zinga, I think we made a mistake. Economic unit cost of diesel, no? No, this is okay. 166 is okay. Financial, lubricating oil, 200 per liter, 200 birr per liter. Oil cost, maintenance labor cost, the financial, maintenance labor cost, a financial, crew maintenance. How much did you say before? 83 now, no? Here is 100. 100. 100. Crew wages? Zero. Crew wages, zero. Overhead? Zero. And 12% banana. Let's go with 20%. So that's what we need in the case of vehicle data. So you enter everything. The definition. Be careful on the depreciation, constant depreciation, and the vehicle name. Basic characteristics, annual kilometer coverage, the hours and the life of the vehicle, private use, number of passengers, work related, all these tonnages, economic unit cost, all this data you have to enter, and financial. If you don't enter this one, the model will not run. Financial cost, financial cost is not a deciding factor. You just put it here. We are interested in the economic cost. So okay, save it. It's very important that you have to save it. So we have entered every data regarding medium car, small car. Now we'll go to the next one, small bus, or bus light, it may say, or bus light. Bus light. So small bus. Small bus. What else? What else? Otherwise, don't be shy. You can't say anything. You will not be penalized for what you said. It's just constant depreciation model. This should be constant. Don't forget. This should be constant, not optimal. So the name of the vehicle and constant life. Basic characteristics. Oh, I think I went to small bus. We have to do with 4-wheel drive, but we'll do it next. Let's not forget, 4-wheel drive is a necessary one. This is small bus, okay, go with small bus. This is a passenger car equivalent. What it means is small bus is 1.4 times the small car, single car. For one, that's in terms of operation. In terms of occupying the road, the asphalt space, it's 1.4 times the small car. The way they drive, the way the size of the vehicle, the type of operation, all this included, they have estimated 1.4 times the small car. There are 4 wheels, front and rear. Number of axle, 2 axles, 34,000. It's okay, and the hours are okay, but the life usually, let's take it as 12 years. The recapping of the tire is the same, no difference. Private use, this is a bus. You don't use it for private, to go to market or visit friends. You don't drive a bus. Here is passengers, number of passengers. In Ethiopian case, let's see, district 27. It says 75% of the passengers are going to work or to do something. That's what it says. The rest, maybe they are going for leisure time, or to visit friends, or to go to church, or to go to mosques. Like pilgrimage. Usually they go to church. So 75% of them, they go to work. 25% of them for other purposes. That's what it means. ISAL is 0.04, and overweight, operating weight, that is the weight of the car plus the weight of the passengers, is 2.5 tons. 25 quintals, it means. That's what it is. Okay? This is basic characteristics. Economic unit cost. The price of a bus. You shouldn't forget, internet. Economic of a small bus, 1,400,000, 411,000. 1,411,000. Replacement tire 7470. Economic 7470. Fuel is diesel. Diesel economic 19.24. Lubricating oil 166 per liter, birr per liter. Maintenance labor 125. 104. 104. Overhead cost, I've calculated 28,220. 28,220. The economic. Very good. Hey. Overhead are good. Crew wages, okay, thank you. Crew wages, economic is 26. Overhead 28 to 0. Interest, let's take as 12. Here, I think we calculated for this one taking the gross domestic product of the nation yesterday. Can you remember? Huh? The working hours. And people were traveling on buses. I think until now, gross domestic product, the nation, gross domestic product, in GDP divided by population per capita income. I think Ethiopia with this was 750. Remember? 750 or 700? Huh? This one? Per year, no? 50 was up. 750 by 50 is 7,500. Check. Five. Yeah. Okay. Now, working hours per year. Working hours per year. I think about 522 hours a week. So living wage per hour. Is equal to 7,500 over 220. Huh? 170. 170.5 per hour. So this is working hours. Non-working, take 50% of that. Non-working is 170.5 divided by half. Huh? 55. 25. Just take half of that for non-working time. That's how we calculate the GDP of the nation divided by the population will be per capita income in USD. You can find it at the National Bank. So if you say like $750 from the internet, you can get it from the internet, which is equivalent to 37,500. I think you multiply it by $48 now. 48 bill, I mean. So you get so much bill. Annual income, working hours, if you take 220 working hours, subtract weekends, Mondays, Sundays, Saturdays, Fridays, the days of Islam, the Muslim religion. Anyways, you subtract the holidays and you calculate the working days only. You divide the total by the working days. Then you get working time. The knock-in time, just take 50% of that, half of that, for vacation and for any other purposes. So we get here how much? This is working time. Central 170.5. It may be high, but that's what we have got. 85.25. Cargo. It's not a cargo vehicle. It's a passenger vehicle. So you have to get figures and put it here. This is the economic. Economic unit cost. And you take the financial unit cost again. Financial, the price of a bus, small bus, 1,700,000. 1,700,000. Tire will be 9,000. Fuel is diesel 23.18. Lubricating oil financial is 200. Maintenance labor bus, small bus, financial 125. Crew wages financial 26. ቅድም ስንት ነው የወሰድነው? 26 አይደለም 31.25 ነው የኛው። ኢኮኖሚኩ 31.25 ነው። 31.25 ፋይናንሻል 26 ነው። ኦቨርሄድ ፋይናንሻል 34,000 ነው። Interest we take as 12%. So okay. Save. Take a break for 20 minutes. Then we distribute. As I will go on. I think that's better. Take a break 20 minutes. Then copy taragana. Only 20 minutes. I will start at 10:30. እንዝጋው አሲካው ይዘጋ ለጊዜው የምትቀርጹት ነገር እንዴት ነው? ሰላም ነው። እሑድ ነው መመለሻ ነው። አዎ እሑድ ነው። በዛው ይሁን። እሺ ስድስት ሰዓት ነው። ስድስት ሰዓት። አዎ። እሑድ ነው።